Hello, I'd like you to now practice with significant figures. 1 through 8, I would like you to tell me how many significant figures the number has. And I'd also like you to tell me if the zero is a leading zero, a captive zero, or a trailing zero. And if there are no zeros, just put no zeros. I'm going to give you the amount of time it takes to sing the Big Bang Theory, and please fill in both columns. Now let's see how you did. The first one, number 747, liters. That has 3 significant figures. There are no zeros. Number 2, 7,007 milligrams. That has 4 significant figures. Those zeros are called captive zeros, and captive zeros are always significant. They're captive between the sevens. Number 3, 0.00102 centimeters. That has 3 significant figures. It has leading zeros and captive zeros. Leading zeros are never significant, captive are always significant. Number 4, 77,000 milliliters. That has 2 significant figures, and those zeros are trailing zeros. Trailing zeros with no decimal are not significant. They do not count. Number 5, 22.00 has 4 significant figures. Those are examples of trailing zeros with a decimal in the number. Number 7, 0.00001450 has 4 significant figures. The last 4 are significant, the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 0. Why? Well, the first type are leading, and the last is a trailing zero. Trailing zeros count if there's a decimal, and there is. Leading zeros never count. Number 8 was tricky, and many of you probably got it wrong. It has an infinite number of significant figures because 250 spoons is a whole counted number of objects. It's assumed that you're not going to have a quarter or a tenth of a spoon when you're counting spoons. You have exactly 250 spoons. You would never use that number to limit an answer on how many significant figures it could have.